Welcome. We are the Ministry of the Real Truth, and today we decided to do something very, 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 very different. And because we, on our numerous videos on our channel, speak about a native-born Aramaic speaking filmmaker translator, Victor Nimrod Alexander, we thought we'd go in depth and give you details on him, because you're probably wondering, who is this guy he mentions all the time? He hasn't really given us the history of this guy, so we can check him out. Can we trust him? All that sort of stuff, right? Well, we found his website quite by accident, and then communicated with him over the years, and found him to be a nice older man, right? Very tolerant, very kind, very humorous, and what we believe to be very honest, right? And he's translated the supposed hidden and preserved ancient Galilean Aramaic manuscripts. These are hidden and preserved by the church, the original church, kind of by either Thomas and Adai or Adai, around about the 1st century, right? The Apostolic Orthodox Church of the East. Okay, today's one is a revived version of that, and their manuscripts and their language, recorded, etc., and spoken, was never tampered with, never changed. They didn't have any reason to, because they spoke and read that language, and the people in their mass or their church spoke and read that language, so they had no need to translate it into other languages like Greek, Latin, or anything like that. Okay. So according to the head patriarch of 1957, Isai Shimon, later assassinated, it was on the AramaicScriptures.com, Andrew Gabriel Roth's website, but it was taken off, it was removed, but you can find it in the ebook. He said that it was hidden and preserved for 2,000 years, and it remained intact since the day it was given by the blessed apostles, the hands of the blessed apostles, right? So it was never messed with, changed, or translated into another foreign language. Okay, so here's the history of the translator, native-born Aramaic speaking translator, filmmaker Victor N. Alexander. We did see a site where it said his middle name was Isaac, and we were like suspicious, it was a blog, suspicious, yeah, try to get hold of him, but maybe it's busy, didn't reply back through his email, or maybe it's the wrong email address, don't know. So yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Victor. If it's your birthday, here's a birthday present for you, and because we thank you very, very much at the Ministry of the Real Truth for bringing us to our attention, because we're truth searchers, seekers, right? And through prayers, etc., we found you. Okay, thanks for all your effort and your hard work. You're much appreciated. So here's a tribute for your next birthday, right? Okay, so he's written here, little knowledge is a dangerous thing, so drink deep, you will never taste the Pyrenean spring. He states he's made his living for the last 30 years or so, making movies. He's a graduate of the San Francisco State University Film Department. His experience is mostly from Hollywood independent feature film work, so he's rubbed shoulders there with the Hollywoods. He also trained in Norway after graduation, and he knows the European style of filmmaking pretty well. He believes it makes him a unique filmmaker. He's written a book about his experiences and techniques. We haven't come across that yet. You can read the first chapter free. That's if you become part of a circle on this particular website when it was up. Apparently it was taken down for some reason, right, from the host website provider, or whatever you call it, for different reasons, right? Whatever the reason was. But we found that on a Bennett blog site, a guy by the name of Bennett, said that it was taken down. This is in his words, Victor's words apparently, because Donald Trump, his son-in-law, didn't like it or something. He was anti it. Don't know about that one. And what drew our suspicions on that particular blog site was that the guy said Victor's middle name is Isaac, and we know for a fact that, through his website, it's not Isaac, it's Nimrod. So yeah, we're very, very suspicious of that Bennett guy, and also is asking money on Victor's behalf to put a site back up again. We would have done it for free for you for your birthday, Vic. We try to get hold of you in your email, but maybe it's the wrong address or something. Maybe you can leave a comment underneath this video if you see it. Hopefully you'll see it. Okay, so yeah, he's got lots of information there. That he's, if you were interested in the archaeology of ancient Mesopotamian art, culture and religion, you could have clicked on a link to go to the pages on these subjects when the site was up, va.com. There you would find 2 books posted about civilization, the origin of scriptures, and monotheism. The text is illustrated by many pictures from world museums such as the Louvre in Paris and the British Museum. Yeah, he's been all over the world. He's looked at all those cuneiform texts and those artifacts, all that sort of stuff. Found the Aramaic and translated it, etc., etc., as he's revealed on his website that we revived, right? And we show you, bring to you through our channel, the Ministry of the Real Truth. Okay, so on that site you would have also found extensive notes on a translation project dealing with the ancient Aramaic Bible. This is a new translation. Well, it started like 1998, went through to 2015 or longer before this website was taken down. This is a new translation from the scribal language of the scriptures, the language Yeshua Mashiach or Jesus Christ spoke directly into English. The 4 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John were posted, as well as Acts of the Apostles, the letters of John and Revelation, and that's what we bring to you through our Ministry of the Truth channel. This project was ongoing, okay, and there was a link to go there. He's placed his other interests under communication link. It's not provided here. Here you would have found a study of the learning process as it relates to alcohol and drug addiction. He discovered that addiction is not always a negative phenomenon, and if understood correctly, this capacity is also the best form of the learning process. Okay, you could have clicked on the communication link there that was provided. And this is what he is. He's a filmmaker, Mesopotamian historian, knows all about the Assyrian people and the ancient Aramaic, Ktav Ashurit, the Galilean Aramaic. He's revived the long dead unused language, old tongue, sacred scribal tongue or language, using the root words of the modern vernacular, probably Syriac. Those are his words, not mine. Okay. And here's a history of what he was all about, or he's all about. Okay. He's a director. He was a director, a cameraman, editor, and distributor. Okay. His message to independent filmmakers and the plans that he had. Here's several videos that he's done. Nam, Vietnam War movie. I don't know if he served there. Probably not. I don't really know. The story of a Vietnam War veteran recovering from the war, 35mm feature, colour 90 minutes. 2 Faces of Youth, drama about student life. The story of 2 students embroiled in identity crisis. One of them commits an assassination and involves the other, and that's the type of film, right, that he shot with. Okay. And here's his lovely wife when she was younger, Viv Alexander, very pretty, right? She's in Star Quest and a couple of other Hollywood TV series and stuff. There they are. She's got a very deep Norwegian accent, very deep, right? Still looks like a lovely lady. And I don't know if this is them here in something or on something in Norway, right? Directing a classic of the Norwegian theatre. His first big picture. Yeah, maybe him when he was younger. Nineveh's Legacy documentary. A documentary on Mesopotamia traces the development of language, writing, science and first monotheistic religion. 16mm film shot on location in the Louvre in Paris and the British Museum in London. 36 minutes. That's the one. It's black and white where he's younger and he's setting up his cameras to do a documentary on the winged bulls, okay, in that museum, because he saw that the theologians, the Christians, etc., were saying that those winged bulls were satanic, of the devil, all this other garbage. So, knowing the Mesopotamian history, because he's a native born, isn't he did a documentary of it, right, filming it at the Louvre or where the British Museum, wherever it was. Okay. Here's some film information on him. Okay, that he did, whatever. Written with the independent filmmaker in mind. Here's a book. no-nonsense approach to filmmaking, from writing to shooting to doing business. We haven't come across that book yet. And how much it would have cost you. Distribution, investment opportunities, all these different options that he had. Opportunities for others. Independent filmmakers, I guess. Okay. Okay, and him as a director. American filmmaker. See, he's a filmmaker. He probably still is a filmmaker. This page was a way of contacting talented people, investors and buyers. Nobody makes a movie just for themselves. Filmmaking is a dynamic art form. Anybody can call action, but not everyone knows when to say cut. Okay, some independent directing credits. Nam with Steve Oliver and William Smith. William Smith, I wonder if this is that actor. Okay, this is the director. I don't think it's that William Smith that was on that Clint Eastwood movie or the Conan movie where he was Conan's dad. Great actor. Okay. They often call him Bill Smith. I think he might have passed away, actually. I don't know if this is the same guy. Great actor. Two Faces of Youth with Scotty Sarks, Joan Dykeman and Martino Molinetti. Project O with Lee Ann Beeman and Rick Wilde. Hunter's Pursuit with Sol Fried here. And here's some information on that. And here's his lovely wife. I guess that's her. Liv? Yeah, I'm not too sure now. Okay, and then here's some information on that movie. Directing feature films for US theatrical releases is a complicated affair. You not only have to know how to make an industry standard movie, but you'll have to know the business aspect of cinema releasing. The few movies made by novices that get picked up by the major studios are misleading. Usually for everyone they pick up, 1,000 go without distribution. And the ones they do pick up are hyped as breakthroughs. A young talent is discovered or someone managed to make a movie for a few $1,000s on 60mm. The studio put these movies in a few theatres, give the home video release a chance to recover the money invested. Then the new director is given a deal to make a picture on a normal Hollywood budget, which these days is over 30 million or more. If the new director managed to make a viable film, then the outcome is good, but if not, then he's relegated to being a one-time movie director and put in turnaround, which is usually the case. Many talents are wasted this way. So forth. And there's his credits, right, as a filmmaker in a film studio, film distribution, show business, filmmaking instructions, filmmaking bulletin board, or they are all helps. Right, these look like his films again. Okay, probably his books, etc. Very interesting. Film postgraduate degree. This is a doctoral program for graduates of film, TV, radio, communication fields. Okay, because he is a graduate of the San Francisco Film Academy. Okay, so that's a little bit about him. We might do a part 2 and go further, because on his downed website that we revived, there's a hell of a lot more information about him, solely about him, that you may find interested. This video is just so that you know who we're talking about when we say Victor Alexander or Victor Ian Alexander, right? That he is the native-born Aramaic speaking translator that we refer to in our videos. Okay, so you get to better know him, right? And when we show his revived website, the scriptures from the Brita or Genesis to the book of Revelations, you know who it's coming from. Okay, we don't know if there's an email. Well, he's got an email under his video, the Aramaic scriptures, the Adam and Eve one. You might be able to get hold of him. We've tried to, and well, I don't know if we've got a reply. I don't think we've got a reply, but others have. He appears on there now and again. Okay, so yeah, happy birthday, Victor Ian Alexander, sir. Thank you for all your hard work and your translation. It's really opened our eyes at the ministry of the real truth, because we were baby Christians or whatever. We had a lot of questions and got confused by those American modernized Bible versions, right? And then when we looked at your translation, it's like wham, you know, like we had no more confusions. All the answers are there, right? We did have problems with the idioms. You always seem to provide those under and the footnotes, etc., like that, explanations. So that was a great help as well. And then we sort of adapted the Eastern mindset to fully understand it all better. And so we're so grateful that here's your next birthday present. Okay, that's us, the Ministry of the Real Truth. We might do a part 2 on Mr. Vic. Look out for that one.